Alright, I was just on a nice, long, brisk walk, and I don't know, man, I started to get in a little bit of a negative mood. I started to get a little bit stressed out, because the reality is I haven't really been able to train properly in about 3 months. You see, in another video which I put down, I showed my injury, and basically in December at some point, I kind of strained my arm / elbow a bit, and for a month I tried to just work out around it, and it didn't go so well. And then since end of January, I haven't really done anything. I've done 2 workouts, which weren't really a good idea. So this has been getting really, really frustrating. And I guess in the last few weeks, I've worked with a girl. She's doing some Graston and ART, active release techniques, but it's a really stubborn injury. I've had little minor injuries in the past, but they always went away really, really quickly. And I never really had to stop working out, but this is the first time I've actually taken a few months off lifting, and it sucks for 2 reasons. The main reason why it sucks so bad is honestly, and actually there's a really deep lesson within this, but honestly, I just fucking love to train. I mean, we live in this society where we have all our comforts in the world. I mean, these are just trees here, but I mean, we don't really need to do anything laborious unless you work a physical job. But it's I walk, I drive, I type, I walk around, do videos. It's I like that intensity. It's so important in our life to train. I just miss that.
For my key movements, I always perform the heaviest set first, followed by 2 progressively lighter sets with full rest periods. This style of training allows me to come into the gym stronger each and every session.
I miss coming home after working, a few days a week, and just going into the gym and picking up 100-pound dumbbells and training. I fucking miss that intensity. And there's an important lesson here is that probably the hardest part of the injury isn't the fact that I'm losing muscle. That's inevitable. It's that I just love to train. Since I was 13, 14, I just love the idea that we could work out and we could push our bodies. So that's really what I miss the most. And it goes to show you that don't get so obsessed with your end goal you have in mind. Don't get so obsessed with your, the physique goal. Enjoy that process. And that's the problem with being injured, is you miss out on all those workouts, which I freaking love. I know that's the trickiest part. But I guess in this video we'll take a look at my physique and see what's happened over 3 months of not really training. For a lot of it, I was fasting every day, but I was kind of just eating more than I should have because it's cold, it's winter, so I usually like to eat a bit more in the winter. But the last week or so I've been a bit more restrictive, and I'm back down. So at one point I was 174, 175. Now I'm down to 170, 171 doing the aggressive fat loss approach. It's so much easier for me when it's nicer out and I don't freeze. When I'm freezing, I always want to eat more. So last week has been so easy to diet. I'm not even hungry following the aggressive fat loss approach. But that's another issue when you can't train. I know that if I'm lifting twice a week, I'll maintain solid muscle mass and I'll look hard and dense. But because I can't train and I'm dieting, you don't see as fast results because your body will lose a bit of muscle. So, if you're dropping 4 pounds of fat, 4 pounds off the scale, you're not going to quite lose 4 pounds of fat. You might lose, 2 or 3 pounds of fat and 1 or 2 pounds of muscle. So it's a bit frustrating because usually at 170, I'm looking pretty damn defined. I'm 8% body fat. But right now I'm not quite 8%. So we're gonna keep working on this injury, and hopefully I'll be training, at some point. But you gotta accept that. You gotta accept what's going on. And it's not the end of the day. I mean, it could always be worse. I could have lost my arm in a motorcycle accident or a surfing shark attack. So I still got all my arms. I still work. I'm all in one piece, so it's not really the end of the world. So you can't really victimize yourself, and there's always benefits that come out of things. My dad always instilled this quote on me. One of his favorite quotes was, with every adversity comes the seed of an equal or greater benefit. So because I can't work out, I'm learning other things, and I'm getting other benefits outside of not working out. I can focus more time on helping other people with their results. And I can, step away from the gym and learn to relax and recharge. And, you really appreciate training when you're not working out. So, I mean, there's always benefits out of seemingly negative situations. And really, one of the reasons why this injury has been so stubborn is because a lot of it is caused from overuse. I type on the computer and I text, like writing up like Instagram posts, answer people's questions. I do that shit like 10 to 12 hours a day. And so this injury right in the forearm is largely caused from overuse. And because I keep doing that, it kind of hurts the recovery process. And I've been trying to like type with one arm and text with my left arm, and it's tricky, but I mean, that's one of the issues, is because I do so much work and then I don't give that arm any rest. It's always being overused. So I mean, I'm gonna have to stop working so much, which is gonna be tricky because I freaking love building stuff, but it's gonna have to happen. Now let's check out my physique. Oh, and one final point is I've been really active on Snapchat. I think Snapchat's so cool because I can send you a video instantly. It's so easy. I can give you, physique updates, show you what I'm eating, take you through my day to day. So if you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's GOG9. Really awesome stuff. Definitely do that. And let's check out my physique after 3 months of not working out. Here's my physique. 3 months, no working out. I've worked out like 2 or 3 times in the 3 months. This is what I look like with a shirt on. I've been fasting. The last few weeks my nutrition's been really good, been in a deficit. And I'm 170 to 171 pounds. So I haven't lost that much, but I just missed the intensity. I missed the training, and my shoulders have gone a bit flatter. Probably lost definitely some size. But not really that much, but I know that like the more and more you don't train, the more it's going to catch up with you. So I've been lifting consistently for about 10 years, so you don't lose it that fast, just like you don't gain it that fast, but it's a little bit frustrating. So that's the physique. I know guys, like that's the video. I'm injured, it's been fucking shitty as hell. I want to get back soon, but it's okay if it takes time, it takes time. And still doing the best I can. A lot of people get injured and they gain weight because like, oh, I can't work out, I'm just gonna eat like shit. Don't do that. Do the best you can. Keep your nutrition habits dialed in. If you have fat to lose and you can't lift, I still think you should diet. Put yourself in that calorie deficit, lean down. You can always put the muscle on later. Gaining muscle is fun. You gotta lift heavy, it's awesome, it just takes a few hours. Dieting is a bit more strict because you have to be more on the ball with your diet, which is trickier. So I mean, if you can't work out, it's best to diet, be strict on your nutrition because you still can look good, and you probably won't lose as much muscle as you think. Like I don't look nearly as good as I used to, but I didn't lose that much. So that's it. Actually, the reason I don't look as good is because I'm not quite as lean. If I lean down a bit more, I'll actually look a little bit smaller, but damn good. So. Okay, I just watched that video and I actually do look a lot worse. Shit. But you know what the cool thing is? I know that I can get it back once I start training. Even twice a week I could get it back. Just start lifting heavy, bring the weights up. Your body will put on muscle way faster, or your body will regain lost muscle way faster than how long it took to actually build in the first place. So I'm pretty confident once I can train, I can get pretty damn close to where I was in about 4 weeks, especially if I keep bringing down the body fat. So I don't know, man. I lost a lot, don't go 3 months without lifting, but I mean, if you want to take 2 or 3 weeks off, it actually won't hurt you that much, especially if you built your physique off minimalism. So there you have it. That's the video. If you want to join KinoBody, join KinoBody. I'll put a link in the description so you can take the physique survey tool so you can actually build a physique and not let your physique slide like mine. And that's it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep doing a few more sessions with this girl, and if it gets better, it gets better. If it doesn't get better, I'm like, fuck it, let's just train with the injury. Like I almost feel like since doing treatments on it, it's actually been in worse shape and more sensitive. So I mean, it's really frustrating because it's not this simple solution. I don't know with absolute certainty it's gonna get better in 3 weeks. It's been very stubborn and very tricky. So I mean, that's the biggest issue. It's just like I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this whole video up. I don't know, my main message is really like, so often we find ourselves like salivating over this like future body of how we wanna look, and we forget that the true meaning, the true value, the true love, the true happiness is on the journey. It's the day-to-day stuff. It's building the body, it's going into the gym, it's pushing hard, it's hitting personal records, it's feeling the high you get from being in the gym. It's not from walking to the mirror and seeing, the body. It's the process. And I think so many people get so glued and so stuck on this future idea, which isn't real. It's not life. Life is now. Life is this. Life is going in and it's doing this stuff, That's where the love and the passion in is. And, this injury's been really tough for me. It's been really hard. but I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to look at the beauty of things and how awesome, how much good there is in my life, and understand that there's so much that can come out of an injury. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was this amazing martial artist and movie star, and he had this debilitating injury. He was doing good mornings in the gym. Anyone can get injured. It goes straight, anyone can get injured. And he was doing something just like good mornings with 135 pounds. And he tweaked his back, and he was bedridden for 6 months. And he didn't complain and victimize himself for 6 months. He used that as an opportunity to grow. So he used to spend hours and hours, doing martial arts and training. So he took all that time and he focused on developing his mind and reading way more and learning. And I think that's what kind of led to the process of, that was one moment which helped him, develop the philosophy and the concepts of Jeet Kune Do. Whenever you go through these events which are hard, like, focus on the positive. Now, the thing with me is I only trained about 2 or 3 hours a week. So it's like, it's not like I have more time now. Like, building my physique took me so little time. It's not like, but still, it's a process in which you have to start to come to terms. And one of the most powerful things I've had to do is disidentify from the physique. In fact, because I'm very into Eckhart Tolle and being in the present moment and such, I've actually disidentified from my body, a few years ago. So I'm not like, I don't care that much. And so it hasn't been that hard, but still, in a way, you do have to still disidentify with the physique. And I've lost some muscle, and I realized that I can't put up a picture on Instagram and it get the reaction that it used to get. And so much of my brand and my business and my life is building this whole channel. So that's hard, but again, at the end of the day, you got to do things for you, not for social media, not to build a business, but because you want to. And also, you kind of start to think about, like, what? Sometimes it's like, why hasn't my arm healed? Why is it being so stubborn? Like, what am I benefiting from being injured? Maybe my body's telling me it's time to slow down. I've been hitting it so hard in the gym. I put all this pressure on myself to put up these videos to hundreds of thousands of people. I don't know, man. Like, I'm pretty good with it. I love it. But, maybe the pressure's kind of gotten to me. And, like, worst of all, I've built this physique, which I'm so proud of. And what do I get for it? I get steroid accusations. So it's like, maybe it's my body trying to hide from steroid accusations. Oh my God, I was on such a roll, but my memory was dying out. But, I spent 10 years building this body. And what do I get? I got steroid accusations. So maybe this injury is a way for my body to protect itself from, criticism. Because if I lose a bunch of muscle, I'm not going to get the steroid accusations. So I don't know, man. It's like, I think that with a lot of diseases, our body has so much power, or our mind or whatever. We have so much power to heal things. And sometimes when things are stubborn, there's some reason, some ulterior motive that your body's keeping that in place to protect yourself from something. So I don't know. I just know that this injury has been hard. I'm trying to solve it and trying to, like, accept it and be positive and understand what's going on there and not dwell. I think it's so easy for us to find ourselves in a state of negativity, and it's a poison like nothing else. One of my favorite quotes from Silver Linings Playbook. But in a positive light, the KinoBody's grown so well. We have so many amazing transformations. I've hundreds of them up on the site, hundreds of them which I haven't posted yet, which my interns that work on KinoBody are going to be posting soon. And I get new DMs, 3 or 4 new DMs every day of amazing transformations. So the results are incredible. And this is just me, and I said this in another video. This channel is not about me. It's not about my physique. It's not about how jacked I am, how shredded I am. If I were to look even better than I've ever been in my life, it shouldn't change anything for you. What matters is your results from this information. So the transformations are mind-blowing. I truly feel that I'm providing the best information possible. I truly feel like this is the best resource if you want to learn how to get in shape, enjoy life to the maximum, lean down, build muscle, be able to make it work. I think this is the best possible place you could be here, and that's why I do these videos. I guess the last thing I want to say is, like this example of me getting injured, use that as an example of your own training. You can feel invincible for months and months and years and feel like nothing could get you down, and the smallest little thing is what tweaks you. So don't ever feel like you're invincible, because when you feel like you're invincible, that's when you get hit. I did feel like I was invincible. I had my philosophy so dialed in. I was just nailing my nutrition. It was so easy for me to eat a deficit. It took me years and years to learn how to put myself in a deficit. That's why my aggressive fat loss course is so effective, because it's so easy to lean down.
But I found myself leaning down so easily. I found myself gaining strength with the, the minimalism training, it's a course that I'm probably going to release at some point, but it was what I was using at the time. I was gaining strength so consistently with the micro loading. I was building up to 270 pound incline and all this, and I was training very little, but I was getting stronger. I wasn't taking a single supplement in the world. Just fucking everything was coming together, and then you lose it. You lose it. So that's the video. I'm gonna keep thinking, keep working, keep seeing this girl, and see what else works, and keep getting this injury going. And you know what? It's okay. And at the very worst case scenario, it might be a couple more months. I might be a bit skinnier, probably a bit more defined, but less muscle, and see what we gotta do. And if I gotta train and feel pain in my arm, I might fucking do it, because at the end of the day, my heart's in the gym. That's what I love doing. I love lifting. I love pushing. I love the muscle. I love the physique. I don't like the big muscle. I like the fucking just ripped 170 fucking solid physique. That's my fucking life. So, I'm going to have to figure this shit out. And, if it takes me, if it's a 6-month break from the gym, that's an amazing story of how I lost my gains. I had to come to grips with not working out and how I was able to come back stronger. So that's the goal that I have. But forget about me, focus on you, because I want to hear about your transformation. I've been jacked and ripped for years now. It's okay if I take a year to chill. Thank you guys. I truly fucking appreciate all of you. Again, I want to share more intimate aspects of my life, and it's hard to put it all out there on YouTube. So if you want to get closer with me, definitely Snapchat, GOG9, add me. It's not public, so you won't be able to snap me, but I will share my pictures, my videos of the day, and everything that's going on, and show you some stuff.